live.
Hey there, and welcome to GemStars, part of the Untold Stories Project. I'm Wiki, and I'll be your host and game master this evening. GemStars is an actual play of Mutants and Masterminds, the world's greatest superhero RPG by Green Ronin Publishing, taking place in the original setting of the Fondi. Mutants and Masterminds is a D20-based system that allows players and GMs to create stories featuring all of the greatest heroes and villains of their imagination. One of the fun things about Mutants and Masterminds is the inclusion of the hero point. These allow heroes to re-roll a die, take an extra action, recover from a dangerous condition, make small scene edits, or use powers in creative ways. Each hero starts with one of these hero points, and they can gain additional points for good role-playing, funny jokes, clever decisions, having their characters' complications used against them, and by your generosity. That's right, if you subscribe, renew a subscription, or donate bits to the stream, you will generate a hero point that you can then give to the player of your choice. We are a small but growing streaming network, and those follows, subscriptions, likes, and comments, both here on Twitch and over on YouTube, help to keep us visible, growing, and paying our bills. Now, let's meet the heroes for tonight, shall we? Say, we won, heroes.
We won heroes. We did also get a subscription from Aunt Puppy.
Yeah, you already got your hero point.
Yeah.
That sounded uncertain, actually.
Well, when I finish it and you're like, anyway, here's a new complication for you. I'm not exactly certain.
Would you guys like to try that again? Say, we won, heroes.
We won, heroes.
We won, heroes.
There we go.
What do you mean, there we go? That was like more uncertain.
Okay, heroes, let's go ahead and have you introduce yourselves. Tell us your name, who you're playing, and answer our question of the week, which is, who has had the most influence on your character and their life? And
is this in real life or in fake life?
In fake life, on your character.
Specifically, okay.
Yeah. And since you wanted to be special, how about if you go first?
I was just clarifying. So I'm Aunt Puppy. I play Alexandriate, or as more people have found out in the group, Elliot.
It wasn't my fault.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for you to give away the nickname that you begrudgingly found in my brain.
If you didn't want it to be found, you shouldn't have had it in your brain.
I know, I shouldn't have thought it. Like, I shouldn't have been there. I would say her most influential person is her mom. I take that back. I'm going to say her family in general, because her mom is a positive influence, because her mom is who helps her smuggle the things to the pores. And her twin sister and dad are negative influences that make her want to be more positive. So she hates them enough that she wants to be better. So it's kind of like has the opposite effect of what they thought would be the effect. Yeah, so I'd just say her family in general is her big influence. Yeah, I think with the sister probably being the bigger one, because she wants to be the exact opposite of her sister. So, and with that, I will pass it over to Joe.
Hi, I'm Joe. I play Sodalite, aka lots of other names, and she's the GemStar of. It says super sensory for her transformation. Well, I'll just go with that. She has super sensory magic. And
she's psychic.
She is not well grounded. So tough question, because it's like the people that have held a lot of weight in her life don't exist anymore.
I mean, technically,
Well, kinda.
you know, the droppings got onto the ground and they helped grow things. And
yeah, I mean, it's like her parents were a huge influence because without her parents doing what they did.
I will point out that the question did not specify
Whether
that they
alive or
had to
not.
be alive.
I know, but like it's like there's this 3-part answer because it's like all of them had like equal influence and without one rising above the others because people died.
How dare
Or,
they?
as far as she's aware, her parents are dead.
At this point,
Asterisks
if you
there
didn't
because-
exclusively write that they died, I don't think we can trust it.
Yeah, now GM has already put in brain bombs to be like, are they dead?
Are they?
As far as she knows, they're dead. They've been dead for a very long time. Very long time. They died. She thinks they died when the fall happened. Anyways, that's not answering the question. So there's her parents. She would not have been raised amongst the tribes if it hadn't have been for them. Obviously, Braylon was a huge influence because first friend. They technically aren't alive anymore, though they live on through the memories of Amber, Braylon.
in Amber's intestines.
No.
They would have been digested by
We don't know
now
how
at
long
this
it takes
point.
food to
that
digest
the,
things.
the GRU digestive system processes food faster than years. Anyways, and then there's the granny that took her in when she was lost in the desert and trained her to be an assassin. So take your pick. And she also had to kill Granny to be able to take over her name as an assassin. So, I'll say Granny was the most influential because it's the most recent big thing besides the GemStars. Calvin, because random.
Okay. Well, hi everyone. I'm Calvin, and I'm playing Arcelia, aka the Ruby Gemstar of Strength. And okay, who's had the biggest influence on her as a person? I mean, I feel like the obvious answer would be Ori Travis, apparently.
Right. Clearly.
But I think she's also like, there's also part of her that wants to be a lot like her mother because she sees her mother as this, you know, very professional figure who has a lot of plates that are spinning and somehow manages to keep them all upright all at one time. But also, you know, she likes her little fantasy books. And I guess with that, I'll pass it to Aaron.
Hi, everybody. I am Aaron. I am playing a Gru who had been known as Braylon, who is now the Amber Gemstar of Transmutation. Let's see. Who is the most influential person on their life? Well, is it cheating to say the Gru Metamind? Because that had a near total control and influence over Amber for several decades before they became Braylon. If that is cheating, then I would say Braylon, the actual Leafondian, because absorbing all of Braylon's thoughts and memories and impersonating them for the past 4 years have kind of shaped who they are. And but at the same time, they've also changed their outlook a whole lot from what Braylon's was, because, you know, Braylon was really very insular and only worried about the welfare of the Iodosian clan, whereas Amber is concerned about all Leafondians and really kind of all sentient beings in the universe. So, yeah, it's complicated.
The theme.
And with that, I will pass it to Brandon.
Hi, everyone. My name is Brandon. I play Kingsley Palace, aka the Lyfandiad famous musician Jade Crystal, aka Emerald, the Gemstar of Fortune. My answer is not complicated. It is her parents. They did a wonderful job raising her. I am, for once, playing a character without problematic parental figures, so of course Wiki has kidnapped them.
I did no such thing.
Problematic about your previous parentals.
What was that?
Never mind.
Yeah, don't ask that question.
That feels like a biased question to ask.
So yeah, I mean they raised her in a loving, supportive, and nurturing environment, and helped make her the person she is, with being able to recognize the luck she has in her life and trying to do good and always trying to do her best. And with that, I will pass it down.
Down?
Jemmy.
I had to actually process the direction.
Oh.
Hi. Also, I was also the only one left, so I was like, why do I need to delay? Hi, I'm Jemmy. I play Mary, also the Morganite Gemstar of Healing, I think is what it is, because I've never actually done that properly. And so it was funny, because when we saw the question, I was like, oh, well, I have the easy one, which is her mother. But because, gee, it's almost like when you have an overprotective parent, that's pretty influential on the child. But after thinking for a moment, I realized, I guess technically the person who really did have the most influence would be her brother. A character we have not talked about on stream. But I will not go into more detail, except for the fact that his existence, or maybe lack of existence, is why her mother has had such an influence on her.
Is the way she is.
I mean, he is.
Lack of current existence.
Lack of existence in her life currently.
Okay.
Because, once again, if you don't kill someone off in your backstory, you can't be certain.
Pretty sure you actually said he died.
I did not. I was originally going to say he died, and then I said, no, we never found his body.
Right. That did happen.
Presumed dead.
Presumed dead, exactly, but that doesn't mean all the way dead.
That doesn't
You
mean all the
just
way.
Your
gave
friend here
Wiki
is
some
only
free reign.
mostly dead.
I mean, presumed dead is like X-Men
Wiki knew
levels of
this.
dead. Your brother is guaranteed to come back more powerful than ever before.
Good. He died when Mary was really young.
6. It's like I know stuff.
That's all I've got. So back to GM.
All right. So with that, when last we saw our magical girls, they found themselves in the middle of an all-out ballroom brawl as they came face to face with General Acosta for the first time. The ensuing battle was quick and decisive, ending when Acosta, the Topaz operative, and the mysterious new enemy, the Shard Mistress, beat a hasty retreat, leaving more than a dozen loyal troops behind. Mary, with a new mortal enemy, and the GemStars with their first major victory in the fight to stop the Civil War. It's safe to say that the general will not be underestimating the GemStars again.
Uh-huh.
We rejoin our team moments after the final Legionnaire has gone down. You guys are still in the ballroom with a stack of bodies, and you can hear the screaming and chaos as it moves past you out into the main hallway and beyond, as all of the soulless who are no longer soulless freak out and run for an exit.
Oh, go ahead, Mary. I'm sorry.
I would say follow them, except for the fact that we have dead soulless in here. And I don't know the consulate that well, but I do think we need to put a name to these bodies.
Do we have people who are dead that we're not able to bring back, GM?
I'm assuming because, I mean, there were soulless who were jumping in the way of attacks, and, like, Mary's going around to see who's still alive, but...
Yeah, are they dead or dying?
When we left off, you had stabilized everyone. So
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You
and
just
no
said
one.
that some were probably dead, so I don't know.
I did not say that. I said you don't know until you check.
Okay, well, I'm checking. Sorry.
Well,
I also could not hit everyone in my heal wave, so...
So I think what we might be able to do is we should check the whole building for soulless, for that we can heal. Just try and do as much good as we can in this building before getting out of here.
Know how many of them I can heal.
Okay, then let's just make sure everybody in here is still in decent condition, and then
could we
we'll split up
stop
in
them
sets.
from running out into traffic?
Yes. I don't think we need everyone here to check all the bodies, or the
No,
alive.
you guys can go ahead.
Bodies.
Everybody give me a perception check, please.
No. I don't like that.
Okay. Mary, everyone in this room is still alive.
Okay. Good.
Some of them
No
are
one did
worse.
die.
Some of them are a lot worse for wear, but everyone is still alive.
All right.
Anyone who rolled above a 20,
Above a 20 or 20 or above?
a 20 or above, you will notice around this room that it seems like now that you've had more than 6 seconds of beating people up and being shoved out of a bathroom randomly, you're noticing that this room seems to have been set up as sort of some kind of command center, for lack of a better term. So this is probably where Augusta was running his operation.
Is there any kind of data center thing?
Not done.
Sorry.
Amber,
Yes.
the soldier that you are closest to currently has an earpiece, and you can hear a voice coming out of it that is issuing a command of the operation is a go on the accelerated timeline.
Is it only an earpiece, or is there also the ability to transmit?
You're only seeing the earpiece. That's where the sound was coming out of.
Do I recognize the voice as Acosta's?
No, it's actually Brilliance.
Okay. Then I will immediately tell the other GemStars what I've heard, probably psychically, not out loud. But, you know, all we may have ended up doing is pushing forward their timeline.
Then they'll be less prepared when we come to stop them. I hope.
Hopefully they'll be
Well,
rushed and may make mistakes as a result of the rush.
All right. Yeah. Let's get an eye on those people before they run into something dangerous, and then make sure the building's clear from any other soulless.
So your friend Borvis is going to.
Right, he knocked someone out with like a chair leg.
He picked up a chair leg and knocked the crap out of somebody. Yeah. So, what timeline? What did you What did we accelerate?
We don't really know.
Yeah.
There are unconscious soldiers here, right?
There are.
There's a lot of them.
Well, then I think it's time to go digging through some memories, and I don't necessarily feel the need to be gentle.
I'll help.
Am I gonna be in here healing
Wow.
people? And you're like, great, I'm gonna be digging for their minds.
At least we established he's not eating their brains.
And actually, it probably works better. It will probably work better if I aid you. I think you have a higher rank of mind reading.
I have 10.
I have 8.
Okay.
While they're doing that,
Give me some rolls, people.
I'm
If
just
they're-
gonna start trying to wake up unconscious, not soulless.
Okay. Brandon, what are you doing?
is there any kind of, since this is like the headquarters, the base of operations, is there anything like, what in the real world would be like computer banks and
Yeah.
other things you would have at
There are several holographic crystal terminals that would be used for that type of thing.
That mind reading is
Um,
not set up right.
then I would like to dig into those and see what information I can get.
All right, give me an investigation check. Who is doing the mind reading?
It should be Soda. I got with teamwork, a 28. So I will add 5 to her roll.
Okay.
That's 25.
Okay. Once again, you are shunted because I've decided your mind reading works differently, and that's
Okay.
much more fun. So you are shunted into what you assume is the perspective of the soldier you are trying to mind read. And the gist of what you get is some of it you already knew. There is a plan in place to assassinate the Imperator. The Imperator has been in conclave for the past 3 months with several high-ranking officials from around Lafandi. So there's a couple of the higher-ranking consuls. There's a few of her most trusted generals. And a name that stands out to you, because all of these people have been in conclave for the past 3 months, is one Shibash Narth of the Chancellery. And that should ring some alarm bells for you.
Yeah.
Because as far as you know,
Don't you?
Nartha is back in the Citadel
Yeah.
doing Citadel things.
Because he was soulless before that. Oh, no, I'm mixing
No.
up people, though. I'm thinking of Amber's boss.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
not the same.
So you can infer from the information you're able to gather that whatever assassination is happening it has to take place at the Conclave's facility, because that's where they're holed up. And you would know, with your background, you would know that facility is in Larmar. Specifically, that facility would be located on the Imperator's grounds in Trona.
Oh, no big deal. I got a 32 on my investigation.
Okay, so you dig through and you find a bunch of, general military things like roll calls and which legions are here in Pearl, who's stationed where, who's doing patrols, all of that general stuff you would expect to find in this kind of military operation that is on its surface meant to protect the populace from whatever thing is happening. As you dig a little deeper, and you get lucky on guessing some passwords and, sort of crystal swapping in the right places, you're able to find a little more detail on this plot, which includes an exact layout of the conclave the conclave building, which will be very helpful if you get there, as well as timeline information. The original plan was that the assassination attempt would occur in approximately 3 days. The accelerated timeline is meant to be 6 hours from the go signal, which you just heard.
Yeah. Hey, everyone.
Yes.
I figured out what the plan was and what the timeline is.
I know the where and who.
The plan is assassinate the Imperator. The timeline is 6 hours from now.
You will also gather a little bit of information about Acosta and the fact that he is not alone. And that possibly there are at least 2 other group on planet.
I will share that information. Now, one more thing I want to try, if I can.
Mm-hmm.
Am I able to sow a little chaos by making some troop movements?
Sure, have fun.
Yep.
As if there's not enough chaos right now.
Yep. I'm gonna try and maximize confusion in Pearl. I also want to possibly create a back door in Trona. A way we can get in that minimizes the chances of us being caught.
Okay, you want to fake some credentials or something like that?
Yes, although that wasn't what I was thinking of, but yes, I would definitely like to do that. But also set up the guard posts and shifts so that there is a path.
So that you have an in?
Yeah, and so that they're there's not going to be anyone here at this time, and then there's not going to be anyone here, that I'm able to kind of rework schedules or something.
Do you have, what do you have that might be useful there?
Well, I can have the maximum 18 ranks in any skill.
Cool. That's helpful.
I can spend a hero point to get a natural 20 on the roll. I have serendipity, where just, the idea of things just fall into my lap.
I'm assuming you have technology.
Yes.
All right. So it'll be technology then.
Okay. I am gonna go ahead and, because I haven't done it yet, so I want to go ahead and do it. I'm going to drop a hero point and get a 38 on that technology roll.
Okay. Good times. All right. So yeah, you sow a little chaos. You move around some patrol times. You now know that you have a window. You're able to also discover that on the compound, in the compound itself, the conclave building, there are approximately 20 legionnaires guarding the place, patrolling the place, that compound specifically, and that they are on a separate, they're sort of self-contained, so you can't get into that system directly.
Okay.
You will also learn that only 8 of those soldiers are loyal to the Imperator.
Okay.
The others are all Acosta loyalists.
Okay. I'm going to make note of the 8 that are Imperator loyalists in my new burner Fox.
Okay.
And I'm going to turn around to everyone and I'm going to start handing them crystals. Here's the good news. All of these are going to give us credentials to be able to get in, and I have created a window in which we can get in undetected by the guards, distracting them, sending them off to different places, changing up their routes, that we'll be able to get in. There's a little bit more bad news, though. There are, did you say 30 or 40?
20.
20, okay. There are 20 legionnaires there, and only 8 of them are loyal to the Imperator. The other 12 are loyal to Acosta.
Well,
This is
bad day to be them.
We have 8 people that are ready to be allies as soon as we get there. Like, this is going to work out fine.
Yep, I say, as I begin taking off the uniform of one of the guards, or one of the soldiers.
Yay! Let's get people naked. That's what this was missing.
I'm going to go over to a different one that's closer to Soda size and start doing the same. Like, yeah, no, this makes sense.
right. None of us can do
Disguises.
illusions, right?
Physical illusions always work so much better.
The invisible one can.
And the
I
invisible
see a
one is
hand up over
raising
there.
her hand to let us know she can.
Just a
I don't see
hand
a hand
appears.
up.
Yeah, I was gonna say she just kind of sticks her hand out, and you just see a hand with some fingers wiggling around.
I can also just change my shape.
Okay.
Yes, but not everyone has that power, Amber.
I mean, I would be able to create more. My illusions could not necessarily look like me, or they could look like me, but in the military uniform.
Could you illusion over us to make us look like we're in uniforms?
It's on my list of powers I want.
Okay, I guess we gotta take these guys'
She's
clothes then.
You know what? She's got 3 hero points. I bet she can.
Yes,
Power
I
stunted. Yeah.
could. Would I have to use all 3 of them?
No.
Oh,
No,
just
just one.
one.
Oh, I was like, Elliot's not gonna share that many.
Elliot doesn't know what hero points are.
It's true.
But yeah. Well, I mean, I guess then yes, I could power stunt to give the illusion to. I guess wasn't that one of my thing? Well, that was on my list of things that I wanted to be able to make other people invisible too.
Well, I don't think
With the proclivity that they have to be touching, that was going to be my hampering thing. Was that y'all have to be touching each other in
We
order
gotta hold hands.
I'm fine with
I-
that.
I don't think we want to be invisible, though.
No.
I think disguised would be better than invisible.
Yeah.
You can
I
be
just-
whatever you want.
Just didn't
Yeah,
want to take
so
these guys'
either-
clothes, but if that's the only option.
Yeah, I was gonna say either you guys can steal all of their clothes, and I will stay invisible.
Well, this guy's clothes fit perfectly on me.
It disguises my
I
physique.
wonder
don't
how
care.
lucky that is.
Guys are also scrawny.
So let me get this straight. You guys are staying transformed and pulling clothes over.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that both I and the audience
As a
have
good girl.
have the proper image in our heads.
If
Here's
we-
the thing. In Soda's mind, she's wondering if she goes there, like, transports with the GemStars in Gem State. And once she gets there, if she de-transforms, then she has that normal, like, everyday problem of, like, people just don't remember her. But she's still wearing the military uniform, so, like, she feels like that's going to be a pretty successful disguise. That it's like, I'm not going to be a magical girl. I'm just going to be a sneaky.
I mean,
Kings are just thinking, well, what happens if the power goes down? I want to have a backup.
That's what I'm about to say, which is, could I just transform?
You can do whatever you want. I've already said that.
Put on a costume. You could.
Yeah, we can transform to our costume or our gem forms immediately if need be, and disguise our identities with the military uniforms.
Exactly.
So, for the record, Borvis also getting himself a uniform. He's ready to go.
Borvis is a bro. I'll allow it.
Ellie just kind of walks. Ellie just kind of walks over, just looks at him like,
can get it.
Just gonna tap Amber on the shoulder and be like, "Are you keeping that one? Because I feel like he needs to stay around." On a jacket. Like, I mean, it seems like he fits in really well. So, like, get it. She just walks away.
Mean, has anybody else? Wiki put up a picture.
You did?
Brovis can get it.
I went seeking pictures on the old Pinterest today. So
that looks like someone turned.
That's like a realistic Naveen.
That's exactly what it is.
Okay, I was like,
but it's real. The audience can see this.
It's really, show the audience. Yeah, it's really close to what I had in my brain already. So I was like, yeah,
realistic Naveen, only not useless.
Yeah,
Naveen became less useless.
Progressively became less useless. He was still pretty useless at the beginning.
I was not even sure.
The Portuguese prince from The Prince and the Frog.
Yeah, Elliot can definitely not control her invisibility when she saw him putting on the uniform, so she kind of flickered like in and out aggressively.
I would mentally tell Soda that, you know, Braylon had no intention of letting go of him, but he doesn't know that Braylon and Amber are the same person, so.
That's all you get. She's just like putting this uniform on, like getting it a little wrong, like whatever. Like, is it really much of
a yeah, so he's putting on a uniform. As he changes, you actually will get a glimpse of like his chest and his back, and there's lots of scarring on it. Because again, where he is from is outside of the expanse. It is where the most dangerous creatures tend to live.
Is it sexy scarring?
Sure, it's super sexy.
However you feel about scars.
Exactly.
Well, there are sexy kind of scars, and then there are that looks kind of scars.
Maybe a little of both.
Are there
just Jemmy not being into men, or
are there new scars from the last time I saw him in that state of undress?
There is actually a large bite mark around the around his left shoulder from the front to the back.
Yeah, of course that's new. Amber's the one who gave it to him.
Can I identify what bit him?
And
you would guess that it is probably there is an alligator-like creature. It's really close to an alligator, except that it's Lafondian, so it has lots of gemstone protrusions, including in its mouth. You would guess that it's that. He does like to wrestle them, so
you a country boy,
kind of.
Oh, that scar looks fresh.
And on the princess in the front.
Yeah, Elliot can't control being invisible, so she's just like flickering in and out. Different parts of her body are coming in and out. Like,
I think that's the most I've ever seen her.
He's gonna look over at you and go, you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay, that's new. All right, so we should probably go, right? How are we getting there?
Elliot
should we
hears
first-
in her head, down girl.
Before, should we go check on the running cons?
Yeah. Before we leave.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, they're yeah. You can't really hear them anymore because they beat a hasty retreat. You guys have been doing stuff, so
Yeah, I don't. Maybe they'll just be fine. We did kind of do it to cause chaos, so.
I did kind of move soldiers around so that it would be safe for them, so they should be okay.
I can I use my through the shadows to do quick peeks around
sure.
the Citadel? Nope.
Earl.
The White Storm Rotunda. Write it down.
I'm just on a different page of my little journal. Anyways, I'm gonna use through the shadows to boop around the White Stone Rotunda and check to make sure all the people have gotten out. And because I think Jemmy asked about like any other.
You guys were talking about other solace. I was saying I could not get every solace. I think in the building
there were something in the room. There were something like. Oh, hold on. I have to go back to a different map. Give me just a second.
A bunch of unconscious solace. Or not solace, because even if they were unconscious, when I did the heal pulse, they wouldn't.
There were close to 50 solace in the room with you at the time of your fight. And they have all now, except for there's like 5 or 6 of them that were unconscious. They have all gone bye-bye because it got wild in here. But you are aware that there were at least half again as many as that in the offices floor when you guys were in there last time. So, and the consulate itself is made up of somewhere close to 200 individuals, include, when you count the consuls and their aides and secretaries and, all of the people it takes to run a government.
Yeah.
Now, whether or not all of those people were present when the original attack happened, no way to tell.
So can I get an estimate of how many Soulless are still in the Whitestone Rotunda?
Yeah, you would, bopping around, you would guesstimate a little over 60 or so. Okay. Most of them concentrated still on the offices floor, and a few scattered about. And from what you can tell, the panicked individuals have run out into the streets.
Oh, there's that chaos we were hoping to spark by healing a bunch.
They have decided to GTF and O.
That's valid.
Yes.
So yeah, she like boops back near Jemmy and is like, okay, all the ones that you saved are safe.
Okay.
There's some more, but it'll be fine until later.
Okay.
And I forgot what I was going to do next. Oh, no, Emerald! My gun!
That's going to take some time. I don't think we're going to be able to do it before we...
But you made it shoot?
Lucky shot.
It was just, it happened. I don't necessarily know why. It just worked for me. And now, and she holds it up. I need to repair it on top of.
Yeah, you kind of broke it a little.
So it's going to take some time.
Well, why don't we just, and he goes digging through the pile of bodies and pulls a rifle,
Pulls a finger.
pulls somebody's hand and sticks it on the pad and says, there you go.
Is that
yes.
gonna just stay on?
I mean, it's on, right? Once
All
it's on, it's on.
Just gonna take the rounds from the other gun and here we go. This will be fine. Yes. Okay, good. I feel like this is gonna be important in a little bit.
Speaking of, in a little bit, I think we need to get to Trona.
Yes.
Like-
Right.
What's our plan to get there, by the way?
Well, I'm thinking we can use Amber's.
Yeah, I would too,
We're
except
taking
for
Orvis.
yeah,
What was that?
Orvis.
We can't with Orvis.
I mean, I was kind of looking forward to going and knocking out some more of these guys, but like, I can stay here if I need to.
Oh, no.
No, we're figuring out how to bring you with us. It's fine.
Would we be
Elliot
able
has
to-
opinions, apparently.
You're
Elliot said
an
the quiet
unofficial
part
member
out
of the
loud.
GemStars now.
So
I
would we
don't-
be able to do what we did when we first? I guess we can Amber could zip over there. But then we could have Soda here bring Borvis like how Soda brought
I
Orvis
don't
here.
think she can go that far.
I
Karen.
No.
can't. That's a lot.
That would
I
take
need
a while.
shadows, and that's a long distance, and the shadows don't reach that far
Okay.
in one go.
I
And I
didn't
also have to
exactly know how
really
it worked.
I need to know what I mean. I know where we're going. I just don't have a lot of details, and the more
Yeah.
details, the better. But
Yeah. Okay.
I think it might
that's
be.
why we ended up in the
Orbis.
bathroom. Like I got sick in there one time after a mission, and that's why I know it so well. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
I think really the only option we've got is Borvis is here, sowing chaos, making sure people are safe, taking out soldiers loyal to Acosta, just helping us continue what we've got going here.
Hey, Wiki.
Yep.
Can I ask a question?
You may ask a question, yes.
That is a
How-
question.
Far of a distance are we talking about?
I was attempting to measure as you asked. Give me just a second.
Okay.
Sorry, it involves opening other things that I did not already have
Just
opened.
rough hand, very simple. It looks like it's approximately 900 miles. That's very rough, though. So.
Yeah, you're looking at about that.
So this matter, I have Princess and the Frog songs in my head now.
I could turn into a dragon.
Until what?
Do we know what dragons are?
I want to remind folks that you are headed into Larmar,
Yep.
and they aggressively shoot things down.
I think, Bolts of Lightning is probably our only option because you're going to need to get in there fast and silent.
I will also remind people that most of you have at least 2 hero points
I was about to say, can we just power of friendship
and
this?
powers. If you really want
Some
to
way
take,
we can
if you really
friendship is
want to
magic
take
this.
Borvis, I'm certain that
Okay,
there's a way you
Hey,
can do
I
it.
have an
So-
idea.
I also have an idea, and mine is incredibly stupid and silly.
So is mine.
Gonna grab Borvis by the hands and go, "Do you trust us?"
Must
You
I
can-
trust
you can-
anybody? Sure.
We can power stunt this.
We have a group of friends here. Friends, we've teleported to the main central place all before when we all hold hands. So if we grab Borvis into our circle, could we all focus on the area we want to teleport to, or at least around that area? And if I don't know, 1 or 2 of us spends a hero point, can we teleport? with Borbus.
Yeah,
Well, that
put him
would-
safely. I was thinking the same thing. Like, if we do like the GemStar teleportation
And we just really
with him in the
engage
middle, because like, all right,
There's some problems with that.
pulling from Sailor Moon, they did stuff like that with like the cats and tuxedo masks. Like, Corvus is our freaking tuxedo mask, not the weird
What?
guy.
Call him Tuxedo Mask. That makes him bad.
That there's
He's
a
helpful.
problem. If we all teleport, we're gonna go to Ilium or Ithium.
Which
And-
you know you can't get to
And
right
we
now.
can't go to Ithium. We cannot teleport right now in that manner. But I wonder if we concentrated real hard and melded Amber's powers with Mary's powers and turned us all into a single bolt of lightning that traveled there.
I'm willing to try it.
Well, that makes sense for us, but is Borvis just going to ride the lightning?
As far as I know, that wouldn't necessarily exclude Borvis for any reason. That because Mary's powers are an area effect,
Yeah. And it is selective,
we would
so I
be,
can choose him to be part of it.
yeah. That we would all ride the lightning.
I'm
mean-
sorry, I did not mean to break Aunt Puppy.
Yep. Broken. Absolutely broken. I love it. So from
Yeah,
your
of course.
pocket, Emerald, from your pocket, you will hear. Yeah, that'd probably work.
I look in my pocket.
Hey, you know, you're moving around a lot. I'm trying to sleep.
Oh, I'm sorry. He's back.
I never left.
But I never
Thanks.
had.
Thanks for noticing that.
I didn't have you in my
Thanks
pocket.
for
before.
noticing me.
I didn't put you. Last I saw you, I had left you at Ruby's house.
Yeah, I know. Do you know how short my legs are?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Stop leaving me places.
Stop
But you
leaving
told
me.
me
Like,
to.
I thought you guys could teleport. Oh no.
Wait, what?
I don't know why I thought that, but
But
Well, because
you told me to leave you there.
Yeah, I'm going back to sleep. And he calls
Okay.
back in.
Okay, let's do this. I love this plan. This is gonna go great.
Eeyore.
There's that little paranoia. So we're going all in on Power of Friendship and grabbing Borvis's hand. And then Amber's. Because it's the combining powers of this one, not magical girl, that one.
He's like, okay.
oh, I swear to God, if you guys keep saying it like over and over and over again,
Join
I'm
the
gonna
circle.
lose it.
Saying what?
Don't.
Ride the lightning. Look, I knew it was a teenager joke to say that, but I was not ready for
I think it's
someone
worth
to
knowing
die
that
because
the
I said it.
teenager's the one who took the longest to get it.
Oh my God, I think it was just more of like, you just said it so nonchalantly. Like, oh shit, that was funny.
Okay.
all right, team, let's get going. Any plan that doesn't involve an airship, I'm all for. So
Apparently, ride the lightning has a meaning that I'm unaware of.
don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
It's fine.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Anyway, let's do this. Power of Friendship. Let's go.
Yes.
All right, who's dropping the hero points?
I can. I got free.
Yes,
Okay.
I need to drop one since we're using my powers too.
Do
You know
only-
what? Normally for a power combination, I would only ask one person. But since you are attempting to move someone who's not a GemStar,
Yeah.
I am going to take two.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So
I was
power
gonna say-
combination comes from Amber's, and then Mary's incredible belief in the power of friendship will carry us far. Is how we get Borbus.
Does it have to be the two people using these powers we're using, or
When you're combining powers, anyone
since I have
Who is
three
in-
and
anyone
Demi
who
has
is
three.
involved in the use of the powers combining can spend a hero point.
okay,
All right.
'cause, yeah, Because
It's cool. We spent it. It's all good.
Okay.
because Elliot really, really wants to ride the lightning with Orvis. So
Good God.
We're just transporting. We're just going somewhere.
We're just going somewhere, everybody. Wait.
We don't have time for this. We are on a
And
clock.
Puppy, I think you know what your next design is, right?
Oh, we're not making out a shirt.
The only definition I know is the electric chair, and I am desperate to know what is causing all of this commotion.
I don't know if I can explain this on stream.
yeah, no.
Oh,
I know kind of in the general subject area that we're leaning towards. Just
Well, here, just tossing that out the window for a second. Your companion is now the pocket Eeyore of the game.
Yep.
So
I'm okay with this.
you guys get into a circle and you're all holding hands, and Borvis is, I assume, in the middle of the
I
circle.
grabbed his hand. I don't know.
I think we're
Okay.
all going to touch
He's,
as we ride the
he's
lightning.
in between Mary and Amber.
Okay, so you're all in a circle and you're doing the shoulder to shoulder thing so that everybody's only got one hand on the person next to them. And then everyone has a hand into the center on Borvis's shoulders.
Yes.
And
Shoulder, sure.
his shoulders. And the first thing that happens is Mary's powers kick in, and her crystal wall forms into a sphere that perfectly encompasses you. So you guys are like, you're essentially in a hamster ball.
Yes.
We're like a Pokemon.
My hamster ball back.
And then that is when Amber's powers begin to kick in. And as they begin to transform into the lightning, it's a very strange sensation for everybody. It's kind of like, when you get some static shock, you build up on the carpet, you touch something, and it's kind of like that, but everywhere.
Woo.
And from the outside, the whole crystal hamster ball starts to transform and spin, and then it elongates, and you guys
like a pinball
on your way to Trona.
Cool.
So for those at home and for those at the table who I know have forgotten, Larmar is was the second area of Lafandi to be permanently settled, and it has now become the most populous region of Lafandi. The terrain is relatively flat for most of the region, except as it gets a little closer to the Crystaltile Mountains, which happens to be one of Trona happens to be nestled in to one of those slightly mountainous areas. Trona itself is a walled city, which is the main seat of power for the Lafandian military. It's the home of the Imperator, most of its generals, and the city itself, which is actually one of the smaller cities in Larmar, because again, the whole city is walled and fortified. There are more than a dozen legions at any one time stationed inside the walled city. I have a bit of art to give you sort of an idea of what it looks like.
Ooh.
Now, is that
so
a bird or a dragon flying overhead?
Yes.
It's just a big bird.
That's from Assassin's Creed, isn't it?
It is.
crushed it.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I've played that before. I'm trying to figure out what it was.
So it's a walled city that has the sort of classic Lafondian architecture. They really like the classical architecture in Larmar. So for us at home, it would be like Greek and Roman looking buildings is mostly what you're going to see. Most of their buildings are low to the ground, very heavy buildings that can take a beating because, military. So are you guys aiming for, I assume you're aiming specifically for the Conclave compound?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. And let me give you guys a map.
Oh no.
I
No,
don't want
please.
You could take it back. We don't need it. We're good. We're good, actually.
We're changing our plan.
We don't need a map.
A map.
No.
Okay.
Dora, that doesn't excite me.
I'm a map. I haven't watched that in a while, so I don't exactly remember the map song.
Can everybody see the map now?
Unfortunately, yes.
Sadly. I mean, I did say you could take it back, but
so you would, because of Emerald's snooping, you are aware of the overall layout of the compound.
And Ellie, is that water like swimmable water, or is that like ankle deep water?
It's like a koi pond.
Okay, so not like. Okay.
Yeah, it's knee,
not like a
thigh
boat.
deep. Yeah, no, it's
Okay.
it's decorative, not.
Okay.
So the where your character tokens are arranged is what is the front entrance to the compound. You can choose to be wherever you would like.
What do the different colored people mean?
We don't know yet.
I mean, you would know. Emerald would know.
Oh yeah, I guess I would.
I just didn't know if green meant good, red meant bad.
There are 20 numbers, so those must be the Legionnaires.
Correct.
I see.
I think there's about 8 green ones.
Oh.
So the green people are the ones that are for us.
I'm guessing the guy in white is the Imperator.
Nope. Because the Imperator is a woman.
Oh. So it would be the woman to the bottom left of the guy in white.
Correct. So, give me just a second to find whatever it was I was looking for.
I totally thought that one was brilliant, so it's a good thing
Me
to figure
too.
that out.
That's what I was thinking too.
We just start attacking her.
There
It's
he
funny.
is.
I recognize that art because a different player character used that for her character art in another long form campaign I was in.
Funny.
So for a second I was like, Elizabeth! Wait, no.
I was more concerned about like if we stepped into the entrance, the people on the edge, like, are they just immediately going to attack us? So
Well, remember,
disguises.
we're in costume and we're wearing disguises
that's true.
and we have credentials.
I mean, I don't care because I'm invisible. So
All right. So I would like to know what we're doing.
What would we?
Okay, we have disguises, so we can go in and pretend we're like another shift of guards who are coming in because some stuff happened in Pearl, so Acosta sent some backup.
Yeah. Also, who are the bees and who is the guy in white?
I will let you know when you can see them.
Okay.
You're not in the building yet, so.
Fair.
Who's our best liar?
Probably either me or Soda.
Because you two should probably be in the front then.
I'm really good at telling the truth, but
If you think that's a good idea, Ruby.
Yeah,
That's gonna be me actually.
Orvis?
I mean,
it's like he's trying to make himself more attractive to Elliot.
Shh.
sure.
Well, Soda definitely does the de-transformation part of her idea.
Oh, Mary's completely transforming for it because she does not like the idea of putting it on over the GemStars outfit and doesn't really want to try to take off for the GemStars outfit.
I don't think we physically can.
I don't think we can when we're transformed, and I don't want to find out.
except that you're all wearing illusions.
Oh, right, we do?
I
you are.
mean,
I'm
Aunt Puppy paid for it, so.
Okay, then yeah.
I haven't given a hero point.
Oh,
yeah,
I
it was
thought
like-
you dropped a hero point on the table.
No, everybody
we
said
had-
they wanted to put on the uniform.
Oh,
so
okay.
the illusion wasn't necessary. I said I would, but everyone was picking out uniforms, so I was like,
I
all right.
wasn't.
Okay. All right. So who is
So
de-transformed?
Jemmy, if I was gonna say if Mary doesn't have, because for whatever reason Elliot is feeling very big sisterly with Mary. I'm not really sure why, but she would want to use because she, especially the healer, she'd want to keep her as safe as
Fair.
possible. So if she's not going to be wearing one of the military uniforms, I would like to try using the hero point to power stunt to make her invisible with me.
Oh,
If not, I will create an illusion to whatever we need her to pretend to be.
Sorry, I was trying to figure out why Borvis's character
So
sheet is
handsome.
suddenly different.
so
Okay.
handsome,
Why is
Calvin.
he so handsome? And it's just like standing there.
We
Um,
heard you.
So yeah. What are you trying to do?
So since I didn't realize that Mary didn't put on a uniform, but
I mean-
if she's doing that, the intention would be that I would either keep her invisible with me, meaning figuring out a way to essentially tether her to me, or creating whatever illusion we need to create to keep her. Because basically, I want to keep her away from fighting and there to help.
Either of those is possible with a hero point.
Okay. So, Mary, which would you like? Do you want to be invisible and tethered to me, or would you like an illusion of some kind? Or
So
does anyone have any ideas on how?
So the invisibleness would be very similar to the way you guys did it with Soda.
Yeah. I think honestly Mary would probably prefer the invisible as much as like it's the I would like to help, but if it's gonna be a lot of lying, that is not what Mary is strong at. Big shock.
Surprise.
So she would definitely take the invisible and just kind of be like hiding behind.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Was like
Even
kind of
invisible, just like
behind me.
holding on to
Yeah.
Alexandra. Like I don't know.
Oh my god, do we have a little papoose? I can put her in a papoose and I can just carry her around with me.
Mary's just hugging your arm the entire time. Yes, we'll go invisible. Let's go.
Okay. So drop the hero point.
Okay.
And essentially, Mary, again, you put up your little wall. You use your little wall, and you're sort of encompassing the two of you with Alexandrite's invisibility.
Okay, so we don't have to be like physically touching.
No, you just need to be close to each other.
Close
In the
enough.
hamster ball.
Cool.
Essentially, yeah.
The hamster ball of invisibility.
This
So,
seems
like,
to be
all of a
getting a
sudden-
lot of use. It's been a shadow ball. It's been invisible. It's been lightning.
So yeah, so Ellie just kind of pulls Mary next to her and do our thing. So that now we are both invisible and relatively protected.
I find it funny that like the majority of the times we've done power combining now, Mary has been involved. Like, of course, the power of friendship character is the one being involved in this.
Well, yeah, power of friendship, man.
Yeah.
The one time it was when we had the like free people trying to get into Gru Costa.
Right.
I don't like the way you said that, but okay. So,
Okay,
who is going to do the deception?
Well, Borges volunteered as tribute.
let Borman.
Joe, what is Soda's deception?
Soda's deception is 7.
Yeah, you're gonna want Boris to do it.
But as Seteta, it's 8.
You're gonna want Boris to do it.
Okay.
Well, I'm just
Well,
thinking
can she
too, like,
assist him?
Sure, absolutely. We've already got
military stuff.
we've already got a +10 for all of Emerald's fun chaos sewing. So
That's another +2 from her helping.
cool.
Well, it depends on how well she rolls.
I didn't roll that well. I
She
got
got
a
a
13.
Can I assist as well?
Absolutely. Everybody can assist if they want to.
I can't.
Ugh, that's a terrible, terrible roll.
But it's still a +2.
Lucky 13s.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to
Do we get a
attempt.
third one? Do we get it like an extra special bonus? Damn it, Emerald.
Oh, what the heck? I can make this worse.
I was just thinking, I'm like, I don't know if I
can
can.
actually.
Hey, you helped.
You helped,
You
but
you
in fact,
helped.
you can make it worse.
Can we
There
help
you
you
go.
invisible?
No, but Elliot can help.
That's a +5. So we're at a +23 right now.
Do those stack? I actually don't know.
I don't think they do. I think it taps out at +5.
Okay.
Okay.
So then +15.
Damn,
Why
I
my
had to
brain
roll a
make
5.
hurt? It's like a 37.
Oh, hell's yeah.
Okay, so Orpheus is like, I got this. And he goes, just follow me, be the military. And he just
Use the
goes,
military.
he just goes marching up the road here. And he doesn't go to either side. He goes straight across to the front door, essentially, and is stand aside. And he switches into this, like you guys are certain that he's actually some kind of big hoity-toity guy in the military now. Like, you believe it 100%. And he says, step aside, and he rambles off some military jargon, holds out the crystal that Emerald gave him, and the two look at him and look at it and go, okay, and they step aside so that you guys can get through toward the front door.
Hey, Wiki,
Yeah?
dumb question.
Yeah.
Is there a reason that our tokens are so much larger than the squares on this map?
The squares that you can see are already there on the map. I grabbed the wrong version of the map. I didn't grab
Gotcha.
the clean version. So you're not actually bigger than the squares for
Okay.
Roll20. You're just bigger than the squares that are drawn on there already.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I can see that I'm
I
moving
can't
on a
move
square
my
with
token.
arrows.
You can't? Hold on.
No.
Let's see what's wrong with you.
A lot of things, but that's why I have therapy.
Can you move it now?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
But yeah, if you use the arrow keys, we still follow a grid.
Yeah. So he just marches his booty right on into the room
Fine, booty.
and becomes military. He just takes up position.
Where are we going, Elliot?
Oh, I was gonna say.
Follow
So
me.
Elliot and Mary are both not military in any way, shape, or form. We're at this point just going in blind.
We're a
So-
hamster ball. That's what we are.
Yeah, just let us know where we need to go.
Can you slip in if you're invisible, or do you want to just
Yeah, we
hold
probably
the perimeter?
like we could have probably gone right behind you, and I can make that ball as tiny as we need. It can be like as big as you guys.
There's space like up on the right hand side
Yeah,
where you're going to be close to 2 allies.
yeah.
That's probably the best
I'm
spot.
more concerned with us having to squeeze through invisibly between 7 and 8.
You see,
You
I think
got
if we
this.
just
You got this. Don't make a
sandwiched
big
in
deal
between,
out of
Stepped
it.
aside as we were walking through. You just coming right
Yeah.
behind us.
exactly, or in between them, we probably could have
Yeah.
been like,
Remember
them.
also that a square is like a 5-foot area.
yeah,
Yeah. You guys
But-
can totally.
A human being does not actually take up 5 feet.
Yeah. You
Bro,
guys can
but yeah,
share space.
I can compress the hamster ball too, if that's like your worry.
Okay, so single file, we'll just squeeze through these guys and just. Blah, 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 blah.
They've actually moved, turned so that the walkway is
They're like-
clear.
They're like back to back. They're
Yeah.
like
Facing into the bridge essentially. And the
Okay.
bridge is like 10 feet wide. So
I can see stream cameras hero points, but I can't see mine.
you have 2 currently.
Yeah, I know. I can see them, but I can't like actually click and see them in the thing. But I can see stream cameras.
You can borrow stream cameras.
just commandeer them.
So
So sorry, I accidentally just clicked it as all while moving, and I was like, "Hey."
as you enter the room, you can see that there's a main group of bigwigs, essentially, gathered around a holographic crystal station table thing. Think like Star Warsy Death Star thing, So it's that kind of technology table. And they're clearly in discussions of something. You can see what you're assuming is shadow fall on the little holographic map thing. You can see a very basic map of LaFondia itself. Yes.
You said you'd tell us who the person in white and the bees were once we were inside and can see them.
I'm getting there.
Okay.
Give me a moment.
Is
Hold
Beaver
your horse.
bigwig?
So,
It's for business.
the big wigs in yellow are not important enough for me to have named them all. But they are people that you would, there are a couple of generals, there are a couple of consuls, there's someone that you assume must be, you assume that the one next to the Imperator closest to Ruby is probably the Imperator's attaché. And the person in white is someone that you absolutely recognize.
Who absolutely recognizes?
Everyone. You've
Okay.
all met this person. It should be on screen now.
Mm-hmm.
And you recognize the Imperator because first of all, they're the Imperator, but also because she is wearing the Imperator's dress uniform.
Does Elliot recognize her, or does Elliot just think she's another military person?
Elliot wouldn't recognize her, but she would recognize the most important the air of the most important person in the room, kind of thing. So,
Like, I'm assuming that that's probably who we're going to
Plus,
protect.
she's
to
sexy
rescue. Rescue, not attack.
I said protect.
Oh, okay. I thought you said attack.
I said that we're going there to protect.
Yes.
I mean, we could also, telepathically say that's the Imperator to Elliot.
So
Elliot's really struggling.
The person in white is Nartha, the head of the Chancellery of Mages. And the other token is the Imperator.
Hey, Amber.
Yes.
Let's just make sure. Are you getting Gru vibes off of Seabosh?
Gru vibes?
Most of us can't telepathically communicate without the metamind unless we're touching. So at the moment, no.
Get gropey.
Get gropey. Please don't get gropey.
But maybe Soda could tell us.
Are you saying okay? Yeah, no. I mean, I'll wait. Oh,
Elliot said get gropey.
I'm not hearing any of this unless Amber said it directly to me.
Yep, because
yeah,
detransformed.
So really, Elliot's just talking to Mary.
So
Mary's also detransformed.
Talk about she's talking to herself.
I could have stayed transformed if I was going to be invisible.
That's true.
Okay.
Especially if I'm doing my power thing.
She's only using one of her powers, so she has to be.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, technically, I think I have the ability to communicate with everybody, even when they don't have the gem. Oh, but no, I have to be invited in. It's like a vampire. I have to be invited in.
Yep.
So.
Or you can force your way in, but.
That's true.
But considering what's going on right now, you might not want to do that. That might set off something.
Yeah.
So now that everyone is in position and we're attempting to communicate to a person who cannot be communicated to, seems like the perfect time to take our break. So we are going to take our quick break. We're going to refill some waters, grab a snack, stretch our legs. We should be back in about 5 to 7 minutes. We'll see you when we get back and see what happens.